Breaking news, baby dolls. Bitcoin has hit 64,000 American dollars. The bears have been mogged. That's right. Moggedy mog. I'm going to show you what's going on right now. We have the 15-minute chart being very kind to us. You see this green candle, friends? It's actually trading higher than this. What's going to happen next? Are we going to keep punching around 70,000 American dollars? October still has a bit of a way to go, friends. Of course, as well, we're waiting for that Russell 2000 that we need to pump because it represents the belly of American risk-taking appetite. This is the Russell 2000 right here. We need it to finish up to the green and go up to the top. Here I am mogging the non-believers. That's pretty much what we're waiting for after that. Oh, it's been so long. We can finally get the pump of all pumps. Now, I would like to show you a bit of an insight into the crypto industry, friends, because you're not going to like everything that goes on in crypto, but this is just a reality of it. You see, everybody dumps. Everyone has to sell, but everybody's playing a game. And you are free to dump at any point in time. The tough part is figuring out if people believe in a longer duration than they are letting you know about. So do they really believe in their coin being around for 10 years like they have on a VC coin roadmap? Do they actually believe that? Or are they just saying that, right? You know, when it comes to meme coins, it's actually inverse. With meme coins, you look at Ticker Bitcoin, you look at Dick with Butt, you look at even like HOA, anything, friends. A lot of these things, even Dog with Hat. At the start, a lot of people, like, they know it's just a joke. Oh, well, it's just a joke. It's just an idea. But what you end up finding out through the price action is that a lot of people are believing in these things much higher than you would have thought originally. I think we're going to see the same with PulseChain, PulseX, EHEX, PHEX, Inc. as well. And only when those prices get unlocked to the upside do you truly get to see what's going on. Now, I've just taken off my jumper because it's starting to get hot in here with all these bully McBull pumpy McPumps. That's right. It's happening, friends. It's happening. Let's dive deep though, okay? Have you heard of PUI? You know, SUI? Now, this is the PUI chart, SUI, and it's starting to do this emphatic pump up, okay? It started to rise up hard, and a lot of people are cheering it on. But you just got to understand what's going on, friends. Light is a very good trader. He's made a post here, okay? I'm just going to summarize it here for you. He's basically showing how the SUI Foundation have sold $400 million of the token. So as you're watching that price go up, okay? So this is the type of stuff that's happening in the background. And look, man, foundations are going to dump. Everyone dumps. You're trying to forecast the future growth beyond the dump. Because in a bull market, of course, a lot of people dump, but it's about the buyers lurking. One thing I found more and more baffling in the last few weeks is the vertical ascent of PUI with its quintupling off the lows. The market is starved for winners and believes it has found it here. So what he basically says is, he goes, PUI has 23 billion fully diluted market cap, 1/4 of Solana. And he's questioning it, and he's saying, do you have 1/4 of the adoption? I mean, Solana has 1 million daily active users. Are there 250,000 daily active users for PUI? No, there aren't. So if you dive deep, friends, I've been reporting on this as well. They have token unlocks. And during the token unlock season, everybody starts getting the word out that this thing is the future to try stimulate demand so people can have graceful exit. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean the prices go down, but these are the types of things that are going on in the background. And yeah, it makes it very confusing, right? Because sometimes you'll see a big unlock, but during a bull market, man, they get chewed up. You just don't know exactly when they're going to dump. However, you want to align yourselves with something that's more conducive to growth over time. So if you're ignoring all this information, eventually you're going to pay the piper. The bull market's eventually going to be over, and people are, unfortunately, they're going to learn the hard way. So that's why I'm just here to inform you as to what's going on. And if you see a lot of these PUI influencers out here talking about SUI and the technology, just know that, look, they have a financial incentive to say that. That's it. But, you know, let's be fair. Everybody has a financial incentive to say something. It's just that Where's your PUI tattoo? Where's your PUI conference? Do you have a PUI doctor? Okay, is there, instead of we have Dr. Hexologist in PulseChain community, is there Dr. Puologist? Okay, do you have these? Do you have 170,000 Ethereum stashed ready to pump your bags? No, you're actually sending the tokens to the exchanges to dump. All right, so I'm helping you align where you see value appearing in the future and where you think it's easier for growth to come in. I wanted to make another special introduction into my thesis for maybe the future and how it goes, friends, for PulseChain community, because it's apparent that, okay, everyone in the community wants Richard Heart to stream, because a lot of people, they're asking for it. They're like, please come out and stream. Almost like, please, Moses, lead us to the promised land. And when you look at the PulseChain price chart, I wondered something. I wondered what would happen if we went up and he wasn't streaming. What would the ramifications of that be? And I concluded that, I think that's actually what Richard would want, right? So I asked this question: will Richard Heart, will he stream at the very end of the cycle, towards the end? The most triumphant victory of the PulseChain community would occur if Richard did not stream until the very end. Okay, so that streaming at the end would be the biggest victory. It would be the biggest trophy of all. And here I am having his pictures. He's Richard Heart sitting on this throne, on his chair, his crypto coffee. Okay, we love our coffee hot and cold. Okay, iced coffee's nice. Is he going to stream? True to the spirit of its constituents, everyone in the community could look back and cheer that everybody achieved greatness by working together, and he hadn't even streamed. So I just drew this magical E-Hex line. So it doesn't have to be E-Hex, friends. It could be whatever it is, okay? Just be everything going up. As I showed you, could be just Pulse just doing like 100x or something. Whee! 50, 100x. But you get the point. So I'm going to warm yourself up to this idea just so you don't rely on it. The only thing people in the PulseChain community have is the word of Richard's gospel. And gospel, friends, refers to good story. That's what it means. And his teachings as well. And, his principles: free speech, freedom of movement, real DeFi things. Yes. So all the community would have is their belief, surrounded by the vague Twitter whispers and murky what-if scenarios. That's all you have to go off, friends. That's literally, if you read the Bible, it's everybody saying, hey, God came down and told me to do something, and then I went and did it. The PulseChain community effort would be the lifeblood that ran through the veins of the bulls who took us to the very top of the crypto cycle. So if we got to the top, that's what I'm dreaming about. Like, we did it without his stream. It would be a victory, right? Look, if you were God, friends, if you were God and you had to pump a coin, you would become the faceless pumper. That's how you'd have to do it, because only the believers would actually make it through, because they would be like, I believe in these principles, whether he pumps it or not, sweet. No expectations, right? That's another way of saying no expectations. But memes have now become a big hot category in crypto. And now, obviously, cults are memes level 2, and then religion is meme level 3. And that is obviously what PulseChain is becoming. So if you just believe and you have no expectations, I'm just letting you know that no expectations, it's the same as believe in something. It really is. All right? It's just no expectations is the 2020 wording of that. Now we've just evolved to I believe. But it has a more religious type of connotation to it, because that's relevant now. Everyone's coming in, they're watching Morad. Oh, this guy looks like Jesus, and he's saying there's going to be a meme super cycle, and these guys are going to go much higher. I thought about this, friends. What I'm going to do now, play some heavy beat while we enjoy this big Bitcoin pump. I want you to think about something. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Bitcoin monthly chart, and it's actually beautiful that it's now green again, or green for Greentober. You see that, friends? It's like ready to rocket. Now, imagine Bitcoin came up here and then Satoshi started streaming. I want you to think of that thought experiment. What would happen if Satoshi started streaming at the top? So there'd be a big dopamine rush, but then it would have eventually it would roll over. The dopamine rush would go away, and you would look to everybody and probably say, you, the true believers, all of us, we were the ones who took it from $1 to $100,000. All right, and everybody came and played their own part along the way. So I think similarly, it would be the same in the PulseChain community, because the PulseChain community is obviously neo-religion, crypto neo-religion. It's born from the Hex cult, and that would have been the fostering of the growth that took the 200,000 believers of this cycle into the millions. Remember, it started off with just 5 to 10,000. Now it's 200,000. Just think about that. Went up 20x. 20x. Actually more. From 5,000 to 200,000, that's a 40x. Okay, what if we grow a 10x from today? That's still a diminished gain. You now have 2 million holders, and that's a 100x price increase because you did 10x of the user base. So thus, if that occurs, PulseChain, the religion, would be solidified as a mark on the world. Is that Richard's real vision? Is that his vision? And I joked here, not really a joke. I read somewhere that Hex would look really nice at $1. So here's Richard Hart with the Louis Vuitton helicopter, the plane, sorry. So that's what I'm trying to get you to see, that it would be the efforts of the community that brought it up, and his stream would be more like a, I'm rewarding you for your efforts. It wouldn't be, I am needed to actually go up. But Kektardio thinks otherwise. Shout out to Kektardio. I doubt he's ever coming back. He doesn't give an F about the community. He's got his bag. This is my reply. By the time he comes back, you won't need him to come back. Price will be up. I think he's watching. Also, you can't summarize it better than 0x1 Kenobi. Shout out to this baby doll. Whatever you're on, I want some. Sir, you're actually right. You see that, friends? We are dealing with a new paradigm of money and storing value. That's it. They've never seen anything like this. Everybody's used to fiat world. In fiat world, the government has 40% of the GDP with the expenditure, and they're employing all these workers, and they're just printing currency and just paying everyone out. And then everybody's dispersing. This guy buys an Apple. This guy buys a computer. This guy buys a squeaky chair, right? So we're so used to that paradigm. That's all we know. Now in crypto, we've got a harder money. Bitcoin's the base money. Ethereum's the base money. We're actually putting tighter rules about how we hand out the money. And so people are behaving differently. They're not actually willing to spend their coins and just throw away stuff. They want to own stuff. I'm getting very excited, aren't I, friends? So this is what I'm on. What I'm on is some good old copium. Don't forget this. Early price appreciation will lead to community building. Okay, read that again. Early price appreciation leads to community building. So you get a bunch of plebs, you make the price go up, they get rewarded, and they're like, oh, the plant I watered grew. I want to grow more plants and grow them too. That's what happens, okay? People will feel rewarded for their efforts, so they tend to the land, they grow more vegetables. So this is obviously Mr. Too Spooky, milking the cows. Friends, we're on the farm out here, having fun. Yes, does it make sense now? And it does make sense. We actually see it. In VC coins, there's only like 100 people in their network. The exchanges and all the insiders, the cabal, literally of cabal VC tech guys, whatever they are, 100 or 1,000 people, they're all insiders. They have all the money. There's no community. They didn't make you and me rich. I don't care about you. You see, so what people actually want is they want to water a seed. They want to plant the seed and water it. They want to watch it grow. And then they want to be motivated to watch that, tree grow into like a giant beanstalk and something even bigger. That's actually, we love doing it. That's the journey. That's the journey. We want that growth. That's number go up. We want to see the number go up. We don't want the number to just be starting high because then we can't participate in it. By the way, you know who understood this? Richard Hart. That's why Hex did this freaking monstrous run up. You see, reward the early believers, reward the believers. You see, that's a completely different pattern to what we're seeing now. We're seeing airdrops and all these other scamming, cabal, garbage. So the VC coins don't work anymore. So what they're doing is all these cabal, there's a Chinese cabal, there's cabal everywhere, friends. They're coming in, they're trying to engineer communities. They're trying to engineer fake communities. They're trying to put labels and tweaks. They're trying to tweak how they get listings and what logo they use. But how much money would it cost to do the marketing that PulseChain community does? There isn't enough money in the world. Everybody is literally working 18 hours a day, yelling about it, promoting it, putting their friends in. You can't get that. That's what happened with Bitcoin as well. You see, that's how you know you're on the right path. I also had to give you a special warning here. I think Ethereum is going to do a very big, ferocious pump, friends. And the reason why is I have now seen too much evidence of this. Ethereum has been taken out of most people's portfolios. They have Bitcoin and then Solana and then just everything else, okay? And I've seen it on all the mainstream influencers. They don't have ETH anymore. They have Bitcoin and they have Sol because Friends, trust me, I used to make this mistake. They're thinking in their mind that if Bitcoin goes up for sure, ETH is going to go up and SUI is going to outperform it. They think there's a 100% chance of that happening. Just be careful, man, because everybody's stacked in that trade. All of you weak hands have exited ETH, and all of the weak hands are in SUI. Okay, now Sol ETH could go up. It could go up from here. And if you look at it, it's actually pointed to the moon. But like I said, man, you have your capital here, friends. It is very possible. It shoots up here. Everyone calls it victory. It just comes back. And by the time it comes back, this whole thing, see this move up here, this whole bull market, look at this distance. This is only from today. It is a 60% move on ETH. Like PulseChain, for example, I mean, if you're right about PulseChain, you want to compare that 60% to this move right here. Compare 60%, friends. Look where it is right now. 60% is just this little garbage. So if at any point in the next year, PLS is higher, if we just get above here, you've missed out. You've missed out. What if this thing retraces where it was on launch? What if it does that? Look at the distance from today. You get, my gosh, that is 8.6x. So you compare 760%, 760, compare that to 60. You see, you're getting like a 12 times multiplier on PulseChain if it works out. You just get to that point. Now, of course, it doesn't have to work out, but now you get to see why if you take on more risk and it works out, you're compensated for that with big numbers. I wanted to give you a special reminder. I have been training for this moment. We've all been training for this moment. Bitcoin smashing through 64,000. Everything you've learned, friends, everything I've come to teach you. When the bull market comes, look, you're free to sell at any time. There's going to be a lot of sellers. I'm telling you now, man. There's going to be buyers that you have no idea where the hell they're coming. They're coming. But if you're nervous, just friendly reminder. If you're nervous, you're like, oh, Sammy, what do I do? What do I do? I've got this amount of money. Before you even ask me, don't even ask me. Just sell 1% to 10%. That's it. Just sell 1 to 10%. Just click out 10%, man. Is it going to kill you? If let's say you put in $500, now it's like maybe you got 15 grand. You're like, oh, no, I don't know what to do with it. Just sell like 10, 20%, man. Just click it out. Just click it out and then just sit on it for a day or two. Maybe I can get back to you. Maybe I'll reply to any message. I know a lot of people trying to contact me, but I don't know what to do. Okay, so you can't rely on me there. But if you're frozen, just click out something because then you can start to think straight. Because now you're like, oh, I've paid myself. Okay, now what do I think about it? That's what you got to do. But you have to get out that little bit first. Trim something out. Because if you don't trim something out, you might end up being that guy. If it drops 30%, you just collapse yourself to zero. Or worse, okay? People just do a lot of fumbling and moving stuff around, okay? That's why I'm just trying to help you. As a final summary, I want you to look at this Pikachu thinking about this PulseChain logo. Because if I was to summarize all of crypto, friends, you know a lot of my language lately, that's what I'm really doing. I'm capturing what's really going on in crypto. Because you have to understand who these people around you. I want to know who we're up against. And they're not like our enemies, but they have a megaphone and we have a megaphone. You've got a megaphone, I've got a megaphone. We all want everyone to adopt our bags. We think we are just like religions, friends. Religions, they hang out at train stations trying to basically get people to convert. It happens all the time. So I want to know the strength of each megaphone. Most of the crypto industry right now, it's currently arguing about meme coins. And you might, if I've trained you to be a contrarian, not be contrarian just for the sake of it, but you're like, hey, let me analyze this picture. Okay, people are saying it's going up. Is everybody allocated? That's what you're always trying to assess. The fact that everybody in crypto is arguing about meme coins is actually very bullish. Why? It's because when you're at a top, there's no arguing anymore. When you're at a top, you are euphoric. Okay, I mean, let's go back. Let's show you Hex, for example, right here, friends. When Hex was 55 cents up here, let's just put a linear chart, okay? There was no arguing. You see, there's nothing to argue about. It's we won. We won. That's what it was. We're a top 10 coin. We won. You will show respect now. You will show mercy. That's what it is. It happened in every single coin, yeah? Remember, Bitcoin, laser eyes. But everybody says it in their own language. Bitcoin says, have fun staying poor. Have fun staying poor. You're going to miss out. I feel sorry for you. You see, there's no arguing anymore. They don't even bother arguing. Like, we won, dude. We won. There's no point to argue. We won. That's how you know you've run out of bias. We don't see that yet in meme coins. Meme coins, no one's declared victory. Okay, I am declaring victory in everyone's hearts because I know the hearts eventually, that's your megaphone. It translates to everybody's spirit out there, and that'll onboard more people. They're going to come discover memes, cults, religions. They're going to start to look at crypto differently. They're not going to look at this DeFi, mid-curve utility stuff. They're going to look at crypto for what it should be, which is tickets into a community. That's what they are, okay? Just like a city. That's what it is. If you own land in a city, you're betting on the number go up. Either the wealth of the people to go up or the number of people in the city to go up. You're actually betting on number go up. You own a share of everything going around. Okay. Like I said, when there's a top, friends, there's no more arguing. It's a celebration. But because everyone's happy and celebrating, no one thinks, oh crap, who else is left to buy? See? The debate of meme coins, that's going on, it signifies that prices still aren't expensive. And remember, you have cults at the bottom and memes at the bottom, and cults are the upgrade of it. A cult is just, friends, memes, they're everywhere. So a cult is just a scarce meme. Think about it. And then a neo-religion is even more scarce than that. Cults are more scarce than those memes, as I mentioned, and they have more proof of work embedded or infused within them. All right. Like, for example, all these other meme coins, you don't have 15-year staking lockups. You don't have 2 conferences a year. You don't have a doctor hexologist giving you a prostate exam. You don't have those. You don't have a pirate. You don't have a guy with a fluffy microphone. You don't have those. All right. You don't have all of these like spiritual, religious things that are like showing that it's on the journey. They don't have it. Now, maybe they will one day, but they don't have that yet. You don't have the badge of honor of surviving a minus 99%. You don't have them. They got to earn their right to, right? And they will only wake up to this when they see probably Hex above 10 cents. That's what it's going to be. So people will open their eyes. It's just going to take higher prices. Like, not sitting on a high horse, friends, or a high squeaky chair. You and I are only here because Bitcoin went high enough. Don't forget that. And think about it. It's true. The only reason you and I pay any attention to this crypto industry is because Bitcoin's price went high enough. I want you to think about that when it comes to Pulse, PulseX, EHEX, PHEX, Inc. There will be a price that they reach on the upside where people say, oh my gosh, if everyone wants memes, I've got to get the next best thing. Cults. The cult. Not just a cult. The cult. Wait till they have that realization. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget who loves you.